Americans aren't born out of laying around on their asses. We're the dominant species. We built all this. We're powerful and we're beautiful and we're ready to build the next level of civilization in God's plan. If you love God and you want to build a pro-human future, you must become the victor. But you have to believe in yourself first. This is the truth, and everyone knows it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the person that we're going to be talking about in today's video is somebody that you may remember if you're familiar with Gamergate. Yes, Gamergate. We're going to be talking about that. Well, this person has decided to ramp up their already extremist, vile rhetoric to the point where I think this person needs to be investigated, and ultimately I think they need to be arrested, and I think they need to be thrown in jail for a long time for really their own protection and security. Because this person is a danger to themselves. The rhetoric that's coming out of this person is shocking. And I cover Hassan content, so you can imagine what it's like for me to say that it's shocking. But anyway, let's watch this clip and then I'll give my commentary.
It's to be moderated. Wanted. So they doing this thing. I've been seeing this for a while. We got to talk about this situation. This person goes and they post the entire email list for all DOGE employees with their first and last name.
For context, this is the same person that was previously summoned by the House Oversight Committee for their tweets.
Do you believe that rhetoric targeting officials with violence is a threat to democracy?
Yes.
Only a few weeks after the attempted attack on a Supreme Court Justice, Alejandro Caraballo tweeted out the following: "The 6 justices who overturned Roe should never know peace again. It is our civic duty to accost them every time they're in public. These justices should never have a peaceful moment in public again."
Don't believe that's a correct characterization
What
of
you
my
tweeted,
statements.
though. Did you not tweet that?
Right, straight to jail. This is the way I see it. So you got to take one step back and think about it from this perspective. There is no reason for you to publish this information other than to compromise the safety of the people that are on this list. That is the only reason that you would do it. Is you're trying to give somebody out there the gun and have them pull the trigger. This is malicious intent that is being distributed at mass in order to hopefully get a violent outcome. At government employees, I can't see anybody being able to defend this as anything other than malicious.
He's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. And these people, sort of like Hassan, for the most part, they use coded language. Sometimes it's more overt, sometimes it's more subtle. It's like an inside joke with their communities where they all understand it, but people don't. It's sort of like when people say, oh, we should kill this person in Minecraft. Yeah, everyone who is aware understands what you mean. But they think it's some sort of like get out of jail free card because we said in Minecraft that it sort of absolves you of the morally reprehensible nature of what you're saying. So this is the person that says the 6 justices who overturned Roe should never know peace. This is something that a lot of these leftists have said. Now, I think that the system and the Trump administration has been far too lenient on these people. I think these people should be imprisoned. I think they should go to jail. Well, what about freedom of speech? Let me explain something about freedom of speech. I am a huge proponent of freedom of speech. Unless you are actively supporting terrorists and terrorism and making threats on people's lives. That's where I draw the line. That's no longer free speech. That's incitement. And that should be a crime that carries a very large sentence when you are doing it for terroristic reasons. Now, this is terrorism. Now, some people may go, but no, my understanding of terrorism is somebody with like a bomb vest. No. She is putting this out there with the intention of making political change through violence and through fear and intimidation. This person is actively looking to cause maximum harm to these people on this list. And by the way, the fact that this post is still up on Blue Sky tells you that Blue Sky itself needs to be taken down. It does. If it can't be regulated, if it allows for terrorists and pedophiles and other deviant, degenerate scum to put this stuff up there, it needs to be taken down. It's not even a disagreement of ideals or ideas. It's a philosophical difference of why should you be allowed to post the personal information of these people and feel comfortable doing it. No, you shouldn't feel comfortable doing this, but this person does. Because this person is an absolute degenerate monster. Now, what I also want to say about this is this person, Alejandra Carballo. I'm going to look her up. Alejandra Carballo. Gamergate. I seem to recall this person. Oh yes, yeah. Well, I typed that into Google, and this is the first thing that pops up from this person. This post was made 5 days ago. Fraud, waste, and abuse is the new ethics in journalism. So I just want you to understand the level of retardation that we're dealing with here. This is the Gamergate playbook run by a man-child billionaire to destroy the federal government and usher in techno-feudalism. Oh boy. Oh God. I mean, and trust me, this is not the only retarded thing this person has said. And this is not by any means the most retarded thing that this person has said. But you understand that these are the people that we're dealing with. Here's a Substack article called The Turf Report about Alejandra Carballo. Should we read this? This post is available to... Oh, well, it says that I can read it. This piece gets pretty in the weeds about some aspects of American politics. I'm saying that because I have noticed an uptick in paid subscriptions from overseas. I see you, New Zealand. Thank you. Perhaps there will be something in here that is useful for activists in other countries. Oh. Alejandro Carballo is a man who claims to be a woman and who has a reputation for harassing women on Twitter. Okay. Now everything makes sense. Now everything starts to make sense. This is one of those serial abusers, these mentally ill people. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Just, I wanted to confirm my suspicion, and it seems like this is something that tends to be a recurring theme. Is a man who claims to be a woman and has a reputation for harassing women on Twitter. He is also a clinical instructor at Harvard Law School's Cyber Law Clinic. Without even bothering to read my book, The Abolition of Sex, He submitted an Amazon review, since deleted, to the effect of it is transphobic. Are the wheels starting to turn here? Are you starting to see a pattern? He has also blocked me on Twitter, so I can't see what he says about me or other women who stand up for sex-based rights of women and girls. Caballo was recently caught off guard when he ran into some trouble in the halls of Congress for retweeting threats of violence aimed at members of the Supreme Court. So apparently this is just the opener, but it sort of confirms what we sort of thought to be true. So this is a trans activist. This is a mentally ill freak. This is somebody that engages in the sort of rhetoric that we're, accustomed to from these people. And I do think they should be treated. I do think they should be treated as you would treat somebody who's mentally ill, where you look at them and you go, okay, I don't believe any of what you're saying. Like you're talking about how the spoon, is a pathway to the moon, and also you're a danger to yourself. I think this person should be arrested and thrown in jail. They're obviously mentally unstable. They're obviously unwell. And they're dangerous. They're absolutely dangerous. Well, we're still dealing with this stuff in 2025. That's crazy. One of my criticisms of Trump is that he doesn't just round these people up. By round them up, I mean these people have committed crimes, like actual crimes. This isn't like, well, we need to just pick people for disagreeing. No. This woman threatened members of the Supreme Court. 6 of them. This is, I say woman, this is a man. This is a mentally ill, unstable, unhinged, disgusting, degenerate man. Pretending to be a girl that has gone out of their way to post some of the most vile, radical, and extreme rhetoric I've ever seen it. And again, I've covered this on, so you know how much ground that covers. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for today's video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.